Hello students, you are welcome in complex numbers and quadratic equation chapter 5 part 7. Now today we will discuss the questions of miscellaneous exercise. We are starting with question number 2. Now in this question for any two complex numbers z1 z2, prove that real part of z1 into z2 is equal to real part of z1 into real part of z2 minus imaginary part of z1 into imaginary part of z2. So for the solution, you assume z1 and z2 two complex numbers a plus iota b and z2 as c plus iota d. Now you have to simplify z1 into z2. You multiply these two. So you put z1 and z2 and then multiply. So it is wherever we have higher powers of iota, we have to substitute the values. So iota square is -1, we know. So z1 and z2, you'll have AC plus AD into iota plus BC into iota minus BD after substituting the value of iota square. Now z1 z2, so that can be separating real and imaginary parts. So AC minus BD plus AD plus BC into iota. Now what is real part of z1 z2? Real part, this is real part, so AC minus BD, and we know what is A. A is real part of z1. Similarly, C is a real part of z2. And what is B? B is imaginary part of z1. Similarly, D is imaginary part of z2. So you put the values and this is what we have to prove. So similarly, we can evaluate imaginary part of z1 z2. It will be AD plus BC. You put AD and BC, what real part of z1 or imaginary part, whatever it is, and you can prove the second part also, so which is very easy. I hope it is clear. Now move on to the next question, question number 4. If x minus iota y is a minus iota b upon c minus iota d under the root, prove that x square plus y square whole square is equal to. So we have to prove this. This is so solution. So x minus iota y is this. Now squaring both sides and you can simplify. After simplification, it is x square minus y square minus 2xy iota. This is a minus iota b upon c minus iota d after squaring. Now taking conjugate both sides, conjugate of left hand side as well as conjugate of right hand side. The conjugate of left hand side, so conjugate can be obtained by changing the sign of imaginary part. So it is negative, then after changing it will be positive. Similarly, on the right hand side we have to use properties. So conjugate of z1 upon z2, we know it is equal to conjugate of z1 upon conjugate of z2. So using this property, so we will get this step. Then write conjugate of numerator and denominator. So a plus iota b upon c plus iota d, mark it as number 2 equation, and this is number 1 we have marked already. Now multiplying equation 1 with 2. So multiplying 1 and 2. So this is multiplying equation 1 and equation 2. So when you multiply, so we have to multiply left hand side with the left hand side and right hand side with the right hand side. So when you multiply left hand side, so you can use a minus b into a plus b. Similarly on the right hand side, or you can also use z1 into z bar is equal to mod of z square. We can use this property also. So using this property, you will have x square minus y square whole square plus 4x square y square. Similarly on the right hand side, we have to use this same property in the numerator as well as in the denominator. So after simplification, you will get this step. This is what we have to prove. I hope it is clear. So now move on to the next question. This is question number 5th, first part. Convert into polar form. So this is 1 plus 7 iota upon 2 minus iota whole square. we have to convert into polar form. First of all, we will write this complex number into standard form. So for that, you simplify the denominator after expanding the square, then you rationalize it to write in the standard form. After rationalization and simplification, we will have -1 plus iota. This is the given complex number can be written as, and now we will write this complex number in the polar form. For the polar form, you will compare it with the x plus iota y. X is -1 and y is +1. Now because x is negative and y is positive, so therefore theta or argument of z will lie in the second quadrant. So tangent theta y upon x, which is 1 upon -1, and you can replace -1 by tangent pi by 4. So because it is theta lies in the second quadrant, so angle will be pi minus pi by 4. You can cross check by writing the reverse step. Tangent of pi minus theta, we know it is minus of tangent theta, so that should be equal. So using this we can find theta, and theta is 3 pi by 4. Now we know r can be calculated using x square plus y square under root, and this is under root 2. So you can write the polar form using formula r into cos theta plus iota sin theta. Replace r and theta which we have calculated earlier. So this is the required polar form. I hope it is clear. Now move on to question number 10. Z1 and Z2 are given to us. 2 minus iota Z1 and Z2 is 1 plus iota. Find Z1 plus Z2 plus 1 upon Z1 minus Z2 plus 1. So we find mode of this. So before mode, we will find this complex number. Put values of Z1, Z2 in numerator as well as in denominator, and after simplification we will have 4 upon 2 minus 2 iota, cancel 2 and rationalize it. We want to write this in the standard form. So after rationalization we will have 1 plus iota, and then mod of this, it means mod of 1 plus iota, and mod of 1 plus iota can be written, this is 1 square plus 1 square, and it is under root 2. I hope this is the answer and it should be clear to you. So that's all for today, and we will discuss the remaining questions in the next part. Thank you.